Welcome back, everybody. Episode 38. Mike Rivera. Big 2 wins on the weekend, my man.
Finally, took a series.
You know, it's coming. It's coming around.
Yeah. So I was talking to, trying to be more positive. I was told that I was told I need to be more positive recently. And
who told you that? Mrs.?
Yeah, the missus. Yeah. She told me that my negative energy wasn't good. So, anyways, looking at the record, you can look at it as this: as we're 3-8, which is the truth, no matter what. Or you can also put a spin on it, a little positive spin, and say we're 3-1 in the last 4.
Yeah, there you go. Cup's half full, bud. Exactly. You're only as good as your last game.
That's true.
I'm a firm believer of that.
Well, I believe that.
That's a good saying anyway when you're 3-7.
Yeah, you got to build off something, and I think this weekend gave.
But you know, like it was Friday night, and in my honest opinion, you know me, and the viewers, you know me, I'm pretty direct and honest. Friday night, you should have won.
Yep,
I'm a believer in that. Come up short. Saturday night, big win. Sunday night or afternoon, first period, okay. Second period, okay. But I'm telling you, you know, we're up 2-rip, going into 2-2, right?
We were up 2-rip like the first half of the first, and then they tied it up before the end of the first.
Okay, so then second period was whatever. And then third period, you guys dominated, probably from the 13-minute mark on.
Yep.
And it was just, they got one, so you guys were trailing 3-2. And again, like you guys were pounding. We were falling short on the shots up until that mark. And then you guys kept on going and tied it up with whatever, 5 minutes to go, give or take.
Yep.
And then still kept on pounding.
Yeah, we could have ended it in regulation, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. And then, you know, overtime, whatever, it ended pretty early in overtime. And, yeah, man.
Yeah,
this is a good win. You guys needed that.
Yeah, like, it's easy in hindsight to say this, right? But we needed a win where we weren't just in the driver's seat the entire game, because the first win we got 4-0, so you're in the driver's seat the whole game. Second win, 4-1, you're in the driver's seat the entire game.
Yeah.
Then Sunday starts, we're up 2-rip. And then they gave up the lead, and that's been one of our issues where things don't go our way, and then you feel the bench kind of deflate because we just don't have that belief yet that we can come back and get it done. And then they scored that third one, and it sucked the air out of the bench. But just trying to rally the guys and get them going. So we needed a win where we came back, tied it late, and then found a way to win the game. Like you need those, and so it's easy to say now, but you know I'd take a win like that over a 4-0 win because that's what we needed specifically right now.
Yeah, no, 100% on that one. And it's, you know, Friday night's crowd was awesome.
Yep.
Saturday night was even better. And then again, Sunday afternoon, the crowd was really, really good, and they were into it. And it's nice to see the support continuing, you know, here in El Paso with both teams. It's always nice.
Yeah, shout out.
You know, a lot of stuff going on. Football playoffs are almost starting, I believe. Homecomings.
Yeah.
That kind of crap.
Well, here's the thing. It helped that the Cowboys had a bye on Sunday.
That's probably good for them because they didn't lose.
Yeah, they have two weeks to
Cowboys suck.
2 weeks to think about the last one. So yeah, it was good on Sunday. I mean, I was telling the guys take advantage of it. Like realize this is a privilege. Like there's more people in this building than some teams will see in their building the entire year all put together.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's a privilege.
You know, like the atmosphere here, and is this the easiest place to play in with all? No, it's not. And it takes a special person. I'm a believer in that. Just because of everything that the players are involved in. It's not just what they do on the ice and they get to punch out and go home and do whatever. You know, these guys go to the gym. They go to schools and talk to kids. They're helping out with their youth program. They're doing whatever in being involved in the community. And that is why we get what we get.
Yep.
Now, you take that away, these little dudes come and watch and thinking these guys are the best thing since sliced bread. They're not going to do it.
No, these guys are out there. They're involved. I mean, like you said, it's so there's a shirt that we had back when I played, and it was the team got it, and on the back it said "not for everyone."
Yeah,
and that's the truth. It's really not for everyone, and it's like, yeah, you get to play in front of that crowd, but you earn it Monday through Thursday by doing all the work. You know, not just what you have to do at practice, but then you got to go to workout, then you got to go to a school, then you got to come back to the rink and do youth hockey, then you got to wake up and do it all over again.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody.
No,
100%, and it's like. I'll say culture with the players. You know, we get guys coming in and think that this is going to be easy, and then they turn out to be bad apples or whatever the case is, and we send them packing. because that is reality. This logo is much bigger and better than anybody in this building, including myself and you.
Yep.
And AA Ron. You know, it's bigger than everybody.
It's much bigger than everyone. And as soon as the guys realize that it's a privilege to wear it and not a right, that's when, you know, the rubber meets the road and the team really gets going.
And that should be every organization, right? Like, not just ours. We're not saying we're the best, biggest, and baddest, but, you know, every organization should have that mentality. And, you know, unfortunately, I don't think there is.
No.
You know, the parity, like, we witnessed some stuff, you know, after the game on Sunday, and I'm not going to get into details, but if that was any of our players doing that shit, they'd be gone.
Yep.
And it is sad that there's such a lack of respect for other people's properties. This isn't the biggest and best, beautiful building. Our locker rooms aren't the best.
Nope.
But treat it the way you want to be treated. If you don't, you're going to be gone. And shame on the visiting team the way you guys did. What you did. And I don't care twofold if I'm going to get shit for this, because I really don't care.
No, it was disrespectful. There's a way you leave the locker room when you leave a building, and that way should be the way that you found it. And if our guys ever left the locker room trashed, it'd be a really, really long week for them, and a lot of them would be gone.
You know, a lot of organizations take shots at us. They really do.
The evil empire, bud.
You know what I mean? They really, really do. And I'm tired of it, you know, because, you know, I'm not going to keep my mouth shut anymore. And I'm just not. I told Herm that, just FYI, bud.
I'm letting it fly.
You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I could go off and off and off, but I'm not going to, and I'm not going to get into specifics, but it is what it is. If any of our guys, if I ever find out that one of our locker rooms is left like that, somebody's going.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing, too, is that I should be held accountable.
100%.
If it was my guys, like, I'm just as guilty if I allowed that to happen.
You know, our league, in both the NA3 and the NA, we pride ourselves on being good partners and taking care of people and stuff like that. And for the most part, we do. And I'm not saying the organization that was in here this past weekend doesn't, but what I'm saying is there's teams in our league that don't. You know, and we're supposed to have security, we're supposed to have goal judges, we're supposed to have this, we're supposed to have that. But then you go into a visiting building, and there's none of that.
No.
And nobody says anything. And it's sad. It really, really is sad. And you bring it up and nothing happens. You know, we have league meetings and shit like that, and
if there was accountability and people did get fined and there was, you know, they had to answer for the things that they're not doing to meet the standard, then the standard would be met across the board.
You know, you were just telling me a story about having a conversation with a coach that had weekend games this past weekend, and there was a lot of stuff from the visiting team in their building.
Yep.
You know, like I don't understand. If you lose with pride, man, like you're not going to win every game, man.
No.
You know, and if you're losing and then you treat stuff like that because you're a sore loser, don't play the freaking game.
If you respect the game will respect you back.
No, it's just, I get a little rattled because, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, you're a little worked up today.
Moving on, man.
I like it though.
Yeah.
Dude, sometimes we need a little fire from the host, man.
Yeah, man, a little fire from the host. Thinking about fire, let's have some sugar. Hey, to our shout out to T Energy, T to go.
How come mine's so much bigger?
Well, Mike, I've been diagnosed with a couple things, and I'm not allowed to drink a lot of stuff. And you know, shout out to T to go for boosting that back up and increase my doctor bill.
Yeah, this is pretty good though.
It is good though.
Is there a lot of caffeine in this?
I have no idea, but it's freaking good. This
Before
is
I drink the whole thing.
Which one is this? What does it say on your cup though? Because it's phenomenal.
This one is mine's Wonder Tea.
Wonder Tea and Super Tea. One's got lemonade. One's based on lemonade, and the other one's got like pineapple. I think mine's the pineapple one, and I think yours is the lemonade one. We'll call it that. They look the same, but frick, are they delicious?
Yeah, they're good. They're really good.
You know, so
if this is actually healthy for you, this is
it is healthy for you. Mine is. You know, I was talking to Amanda. Next week we're gonna get some sugar-free stuff for me. And try some different stuff out there, but Tea to go, man.
Some Tea to go Zero.
Good stuff. Big sponsors of ours, and we certainly do appreciate. Moving on. This weekend you're off?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with all your time on a 2-game win streak?
Right back to work, man. we're still not where we need to be. So I think one of the biggest mistakes that we could make is let off the gas in any way, shape, or form right now, because we're still crawling our way back to 500, and then from there trying to get into a playoff spot. And so for right now, it's continuing to break down the games and see where we're still lacking and try to get better there and continue to work and make sure that the urgency remains. And the guys will get, Saturday, Sunday off from workouts and ice time. They'll have some events that they'll have to do. Pretty cool event. They're doing that zombie run. I think that's a fun one. And then I know like a couple guys are going home, like Stout's got an injury, so he's going back to his doctor to get it looked at and just, little maintenance, and then right back to work next week because we get on the road early.
Louisiana?
Yeah,
Then,
tough place.
Yeah, it'll be a tough place. You'll have fun there. It's just a whole experience. Playing up there is really cool. The building is very unique. I'm not saying it's bad or good. It's just very unique. Danny does a good job up there with what he's got, and he's made some improvements, and it's a tough place to play.
They're hot right now too.
Yeah, they are.
And some of the guys in that room should have a little bit of fire under their pants after getting knocked out by them in playoffs last year.
Yeah. So that'll be a fun one. Then after that, you come home and turn around and jump back on the plane and go to Atlanta.
Yeah, like 2 days later. We'll be road warriors for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, but it's an experience for these guys. They'll have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious to know how many of these guys have flown as a team to a hockey trip before. Probably not many.
I would say not many. I would say so. I think it was a couple years ago when we. A couple years ago. The guys need to wear a shirt and tie when they go. On the plane, they look nice and stuff like that. So if I'm practicing and preaching, I obviously need to practice, right? So I made the trip, and I don't own a suit. I can't remember the last time I wore a suit. This is honest, man. So
I believe you.
I just can't remember the last time. So I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? So I call my buddy who has a tuxedo place and suit place. I'm like, hey man, I need a suit. He's like, for what? I'm like, we're going on the road. He's like, do you want to buy one? I'm like, no. No, I don't. So there I am. He's fitting me up. I'm like, well, make me look good. You know what I mean? Which is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. No, I'm just kidding. So he gets me one of these suits, and I'm like, this is so freaking uncomfortable. So when I showed up at the airport, the guys are like, they could not believe that I was in a suit.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a suit.
No, you probably won't ever again.
Yeah.
Wait,
are we still wearing suits on the plane?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome. It's
I can just see the enthusiasm in your. I just see it.
Yeah, comfort isn't a thing.
No, man. You got to play, and it's crazy because these kids, these players, young men and yourself and staff, you'll get noticed the minute you walk in there, because they're going to see that your team, and somebody's going to recognize one of these guys, and trust me on this one. Myself, Herm will get a text or a call. I'm like, man, I saw you guys in the airport. Frickin', they look good. That's
I like
the honest to God truth.
You know what? If it has us looking professional, has us looking good, I like it. I mean,
is it comfortable? Heck no. And you're talking about the guy that wears shorts year round if I could, and flip flops. You know what I mean? If you guys could see what I have underneath the table, you'd understand. I am wearing shorts and I do have shoes on. Well, flip flops.
They're comfortable though.
Yeah, man.
Why not?
I look good on game days though. I dress up a little bit.
Yeah, you got a polo on, a little collar.
Yeah. Like I'm not into collared shirts and the button-up stuff. That's just not me, man. I'm not going to pretend.
You got a new pair of glasses too.
Yeah, well, these aren't really new. I've had them for a while. The other ones that I have are all scratched up, so I threw these bad boys on.
Those are the Johnny Knoxville specials. I like those.
I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. That's what
stick with Johnny Knoxville.
That's what my daughter says. She's like, Dad, really?
Those
I'm like, what? She's like, you look creepy. I'm like, well, whatever, dude. I'm not here to impress anybody.
Jeffrey Dahmer did have very similar glasses. We could probably mix something up here, Mr. Producer.
Yeah, we probably could. But I appreciate you liking my glasses. Hopefully, that's not a shot at me.
No, they're stylish.
Stylish. I shaved my beard because I was tired of it. Actually, I messed it up today when I was shaving, so I was like, shit, I'll just shave it.
The goatee is very 1990s pro hockey.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what's the beard? 2010?
No. Beards are still in. They'll never go out.
No, beards won't. Are you trying to say my goatee isn't?
No, I'm just saying you just look like a 1990s pro hockey player. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I was.
I know. That's what I mean.
Well, I was. What's that? No, because I got patches, man. And usually I just do the Fu Manchu. I'll get rid of this and just have this hanging around.
Just do the mustache for November. Movember.
Dude, that is so nasty when guys have a mustache.
Just the mustache? You don't like that?
No. It looks so, It looks like you should be in jail. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
what's that? Yeah, you look like Jay. You look like Jason Sharp. Man, since we're talking about Jay. So on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to a Speak and Rock event on Saturday. What did we go? Saturday? Saturday
Saturday
we
morning.
went.
Yeah.
It was great. So all that leftover candy, right? I'm not allowed to have. And for those viewers out there, I did not have one candy in my truck when we were handing them out, which is beautiful.
You didn't.
I didn't.
Can confirm.
I had coffee and that was it.
Was there sugar in it?
No, it was black, man. I got you one, bro.
I know, but I didn't look inside your coffee cup to know.
No, I didn't have a lid. Remember? Because it freaking pulled off.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Anyway, so the leftover candy I brought here, right? Those freaking Reese's. I shit you not. Jay probably had, like on just Saturday, I couldn't tell you Sunday or Friday, or pardon me, on Sunday, but on Saturday, he probably had 20 of those from the time, I would say from 5 p.m. on. And I'm just like, up until this past Tuesday, that would have been me too. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at him like, holy shit, man. Was that how I was?
Was he gnawing off the
Oh
wrappers?
my God. He'd have him in his little pouch like a little kangaroo, just pulling shit out of his pocket. And man, we were just giving it to him.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
there was a couple hundred Reese's in there, man.
Oh, dude, and there's another one. There's two of those. So, I can't really give Jay shit because that was me, right? Eating all that sugar, and I love sugar. But just watching him eat it, dude.
But now you're on a health kick.
Yeah, man.
Healthy heel.
Healthy heel.
Healthy heel.
Trying anyway, man. So far, so good. But and then the siren that we play when we score a goal, we got that siren going. Well, Herm kept on messing with him, and so at one point, well, we always mess with him, but Herm was really getting on him this one. So he'd unplug the battery, so when it wouldn't work, and he'd be scrambling, and then we get that set back up, and then we'd unplug it at the goal judge area. You know what I mean? For about 2.5 periods, Jay couldn't figure out that Herm was messing with him. I wasn't part of it. But it was absolutely hilarious.
And he gets worked up
when
things aren't going well.
Because I know what's going on. And then I'll come around and I'm like, Jay, why is the goddamn horn not working? Jesus Christ. And he'd be scrambling and I'd walk away and Herman would be dying and I'd come back. Excuse me. I'd come back again and do the same thing over again. He is such a good dude, man. I've got a pretty good sense of humor and I'm pretty witty, I think.
Yeah.
You know
I'll give it to you.
But Jay is right up there, man.
He is. He's quick with it.
You can't get him too much. You can't.
If you can't get him too rattled when you beak him. There's nothing that you can say to him that really gets him rattled.
No.
It's when you do the things like unplugging stuff and he get
that's
what gets him flustered.
Rattled,
yeah.
And he just he's such a freaking good dude, man. He's awesome. Awesome.
Joe's gonna like that one too.
Yeah. Joe's back. Joe's out of town. They're out, so he's back, and they go to Odessa this weekend.
Yeah.
Which is going to be good. They started practicing yesterday. Day 2 today. Obviously, things are getting rolling, and should be a good test. Odessa's doing all right this year.
Yeah, they look pretty good. And
they just had a guy commit yesterday.
Oh, they did? I didn't notice that.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you his name because I didn't really pay attention because it's not our guy, but I saw. So congrats to them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They got their practice facility or practice sheet in now too, so they get to stay at home, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
Up until probably 2 months ago.
So they skate him over the rink that Margetti has for practice.
So yeah, call it that. So Margetti still runs out of the Coliseum, but they have the other sheet too that I think he's more at the new sheet now. Okay. It's not regulation size, but at least it's their own, and they don't have to go on the road for 100 and some days to practice.
That's got to be.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
huge.
That'll benefit them in many, many, many ways.
Yeah. Well, especially early in the year, I feel like when you're on the road that much early in the year and you're practicing somewhere else, you kind of start the year almost chasing it because you don't have home base. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it'll be good for them, and obviously ownership there is obviously liking that because it cuts down on their travel, their extended stays and hotels and meals and all that good shit. So
here's something interesting. I don't know if this is correct, but this is what I was told at some point was that, and this isn't a shot at the Odessa organization anyway, but my understanding is that
shout out to T to go.
They haven't made playoffs in the South Division in the North American League.
Correct.
And so it would be very interesting to see if this second sheet, this would be the first year that they make the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like just
Right.
having the practice ice in their own city and what kind of help that does. Because it's
Right.
like we talk about can't make the playoffs in October, but you can miss them, right? And so maybe those extra points make the difference for them.
Right. And, they're in the middle of the standings right now, which is good for them. And I can't imagine that it's against them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I certainly think that would have benefit the guys. Because let's face it, the first couple of weeks on the road are okay.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, it's like, God damn, man. Like, Mike, I don't like you anymore. Get
Oh,
out of
no.
my room. There's a lot of that, I'm sure.
I mean, even if you get your own bed on the road, even if you only went 2 to a room in the best case scenario, right? You're still inside the 4 walls with the same guy every day sharing a bathroom.
Yeah.
That's tough.
We were on the road for COVID. We were in Odessa, staying
That's right.
staying up there for, it was probably 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was right around this time because the election was on. And it was good. And I stayed with the bus driver, Troy. And it was good, we're different than players, but it's like, man, dude,
Just want some space.
get out of here, bro. But
Yeah.
get out of here, bro. But, Bussy, he was... I miss Troy.
Yeah.
Speaking about Troy.
I miss him talking to me about the flat earth.
Dude, I'm telling you.
He's into that, man.
Yeah. Our old bus driver is definitely a... what would you call him? Besides the
Interesting.
smartest guy in the world?
Yeah, he's just an interesting guy.
Yeah, very interesting. He's very much a conspiracy theory kind
Very-
of person.
Very woke, some would
Very
say.
woke. Are you woke or woker, Kamala?
Oh, let's not go there.
Okay, Kamala. So, yeah, NA's going to be there. So, hopefully they can continue. They beat the Brahmas here last homestand a couple weeks ago, which is awesome, just before their break.
Yep.
Saw some good things. They really put a good 60 minutes together that on Saturday night to 4-1 win, man. It was awesome.
Big third period.
Huge. Lavulo's back.
Yeah, healthy.
He's back and healthy, so things are looking up for the NA team. So
Yeah, they've added a couple guys too. Kind of
they added a couple guys. You're adding a couple guys.
adding a couple guys, yeah.
For any listeners out there, there's nothing finalized until the trade deadline. So for any of those kids out there that are watching, whether it's our organization or another, nothing's finalized until the deadline. So just don't think that you have it made, because you don't.
Yeah, don't get too far ahead of yourself.
Yeah, just keep working. I tell my kid that all the time. Especially her first year when she was at Culver, because it's the same with youth hockey. The final roster doesn't get put until the 31st, and if they're carrying whatever, they can only carry 21. But they had 23 there. So if you're that 22nd and third, bud, and you're not playing the part,
Do they have like an A and a B team there?
they have. So last year they had, yes, because they were getting the second team. They wanted to do a 19U AAA or 19U whatever prep team, and then the 16 prep.
Mm-hmm.
But to get it rolling, they had a 19 prep and then like a 19B or varsity,
Like a
type.
tier 2.
Yeah, and they recruited young,
Mm-hmm.
but there was a couple older girls on there. So now it's just a full-fledged 16 prep and a 19 prep.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, that made their competition where it's like if you don't bring it, you get dropped to the lower team.
Yeah, 100%. So anyway, it's going good. But Mikey, it's good to have you on, man. Some good things going. Finally, you guys got a couple wins. The mood's changing in the locker room. Everybody's kind of on the up and up, which is nice.
Yeah, take some of the stress off. Just getting the monkey off your back with the first one, then actually stringing 2 together,
Yeah.
and then like I said, 3-1 in the last 4, and so heading in the right direction, but a lot of work to do. Far from there.
Yeah, far from there. And it's a long season. Like you said, you don't make playoffs in October, but you can miss them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still well below 500. But take a look at the last couple games, and that's a positive.
Yeah, exactly.
And enjoy your weekend off. I know you guys got some practice going on, and get the weekend off, and then crack at it on Monday. Leave Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Come home Monday. Leave Thursday. Come home Monday.
Leave Thursday.
Leave Thursday. Yeah. So you got enjoy your time off, because it's going to come quick, and you're going to be moving and moving and moving.
Yeah, yeah. But that's part of it, right? And I think the next 3 weeks on the road is going to be a good opportunity for the guys to get even closer together. You can see them becoming a team, and road trips will usually do that. So
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you having me on, Mikey.
Yeah.
Best of luck. And to you viewers out there, we're going to do something cool next weekend, November 1st and 2nd, our homestand. We're going to do a live feed on Instagram from the Razor. So you're going to get to see what it's like to be in the Razor on the passenger side and live.
And if we get 1,000 viewers, he'll throw Jay off the back.
1,000 viewers. Yeah, perfect, man. If we get 1,000 viewers on, I'll do my darndest to get them off.
Mm-hmm.
And just make sure you like it and share it and all that good stuff. So
Love it.
until next time, guys, appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for watching.